Hello students, now I am going to teach the last part of the human reproductive system. The chapter 4 is reproductive health. The topics to be covered are reproductive health problem and strategies, population explosion and birth control, MTP means medical termination of pregnancy, sexually transmitted diseases and infertility. So you have learned about human reproductive system and its function in chapter 3. So let us discuss closely related topic, reproductive health. What do we understand by this term? The term simply refers to healthy reproductive organs with normal functions. It has a broader perspective, the total well-being and all aspects of reproduction. Therefore, a society with people having physically functionally normal reproductive organs and normal emotional behavior interactions among them in all sex-related aspects might be called reproductively healthy. Why it is significant to maintain reproductive health and what are the methods taken up to achieve it? Let us learn those. And first part is reproductive health, family planning and proper knowledge and reproductive organ and systems, appropriate medical facilities for reproduction related problems. Why reproductive health? Reproductive health is extremely important to address some of the very sensitive issues existing in the world. Overpopulation. When overpopulation is being, we need to control those because there are no proper facilities if people become more. So family planning has to be done. Female feticides, which are abortions, highly maternal mortality rate. So why it is family planning necessary? It is necessary to limit this huge increase in population. How can family planning to be done? Proper age gap between children, control the number of children in a family to 1 or 2 depending upon the family's income, and no differentiation between male and female child. Parents should plan a baby at their right age. And planning pregnancy. Planning pregnancy actually implies to avoiding unwanted pregnancies to ensure not too many kids, proper age gap between them, birth control. So, population growth rate can be very well controlled by motivating smaller families. Smaller families can be possible using various contraceptive techniques. So, what are those contraceptive methods? And those are, some are natural methods, some are barrier methods, methods to prevent pregnancy, birth control methods. There are different types of contraceptive methods, intrauterine devices, oral pills or injections, surgical methods. So you observe the diagrams also. There is a figure 4.1, 4.2. I am going to explain this. These natural methods, first one is coitus interruptus. Withdrawal of penis just before ejaculation during intercourse. Insemination avoided here. So that is one of the method which can stop pregnancies. Next one is periodic abstinences, means sexual intercourse avoided during the fertile period, means menstruation period, after menstruation over after 5 days, during 10th day to 17th day of the month will be fertile period. So if you avoid that time during ovulation period, the unnecessary pregnancies will stop. So fertile period include the days just before or after ovulation. Lactational amenorrhea. So lactational amenorrhea means when after delivery of the baby, when for the first child or before child, when they are giving milk, obviously the menstrual period will stop. Those periods generally they won't get pregnancies. So why natural methods required? Why natural methods required means advantages will be no side effects. Medication or the other things will be always side effects, health issues will come. But disadvantages will be if they sometimes 90% it is stops the natural methods, but sometimes risk of failure also will be there. So it give pregnancies. So next I'll move on to barrier method. Barrier method, in the types will be there. Sperm and ovum are prevented from meeting physically, different barrier methods. Condoms, diaphragms, cervical caps they gave, valves. These are the methods. This is balloon-like elastic covering that tightly fits over the penis in males and vagina and cervix in females. It collects ejaculated sperms during intercourse. It prevents transmission of sexually transmitted diseases. So what is this is sometimes it is safe, but sometimes that also will fail. So next I'll move on to contraception methods. IUDs means intrauterine devices. These are the devices you have to visit doctor. They will tell you what are the advantages and disadvantages. After listening, you can know how it works. So devices inserted in uterus of female reproductive tract. Always you need to take advice of expertise for the insertion. Generally the gynecologist or nurse will do this. These are two types of IUDs. They will ask sometime questions. Copper IUDs, hormonal IUDs. How these will work? Copper IUDs are small amount of copper. These are T structure. Small amount of copper will be released in uterus. Actually the purpose is this immobilizes sperm to move, activity will stop. So fertilization will be prevented. So hormonal IUDs, next one, even copper IUD also sometimes fails, very rare cases, not always, but not 100%. It is not successful. Always there will be failures also in this, means unwanted pregnancies will come. So hormonal IUDs are progesterone hormone will be released in uterus. Cervical mucus becomes thick and sticky. slow down the growth of endometrial lining. Advantages of these hormonal IDs are ideal delay in pregnancy. These are inexpensive, not much cost, and less side effects. These are the best methods which can most of the people are using. And disadvantages: no protection against STDs, sexually transmitted disease. Pregnancy with IUD can be risky sometimes. The next barrier method which can go is pill or tablets. Pills are nothing but tablets or injections. Small doses of estrogen, progesterone combination of tablets can be consumed orally in the form of tablets, or it can also be taken daily for 21 days, the cycle to be continued. And it can also taken as a form of injections. But longer effective methods, how it will work means cervical mucus becomes thick and sticky. It slow down the growth of endometrial and prevent ovulation. The advantages are highly effective contraceptive these, but generally tablets using always will give unnecessary health issues, which are nausea, weight gain, mood changes, abdominal pain and headache, and it disturbs health. But it reduces risk of ovarian cysts, which unnecessarily comes cysts in a ovary. It is easy to use and reduce menstrual cramps. And surgical methods, which are I'm going to explain now, which they will use in. This is vasectomy, this is tubectomy. This is done in male reproductive system, this is done in female reproductive system. But this is the final method, which this is the like temporary knot. Those are all what earlier I taught, those are all temporary. You can switch on, switch off like that. But these are permanent. It will completely stop pregnancy, but in case if they want, again they have to do operation and reunite those. See, there are knots they have cut with scissor, then they have knotted it. They will open those and they will unite it for again if they want, but it is not always successful. But this is terminal method to prevent further pregnancy. Permanently blocks gamete transfer, means the gametes whatever like this ovary will come, and when sperm enters like this ovary won't come like this. Generally the ovary enters like this, and both gamete, zygote will form here, further meiotic divisions as I told earlier lesson. So here is the meiotic divisions, it will happen. So this will stop, ovary moving will stop here. So there is no connection, so there will be no pregnancy. So actually surgery can be performed either in male or female. Any one can. If female is undergoing female is వెనక్కి వెళ్ళాలి.